Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm Georgia and today I'm going to be testing out Essence makeup. I have used a few of their products before over the years, mainly just face powders, eyeshadow and probably like a mascara or brow product along the way. But otherwise I went out and I got a full face of makeup that I was going to test out today. If you want to see how I got on with the products, then stay tuned. So first of all I've got the Essence Soft Touch Mousse Foundation in the shade 13, which is matte porcelain. It feels like a little sponge. I'm just going to go and put it all over my face. It's probably far too much. I'm just going to go with a buffing brush. And it is quite rare to find a foundation that is actually almost too light for my skin, because I do struggle to find a foundation which is my shade and also my colour tone. This looks alright for now, depending on how much it oxidises. I've definitely put too much product on my face and this isn't working out with the sponge for me. I was going to do it half and half, but I think I'm just going to go in with the butter all over. Just because I think it works better with the texture of the mousse. It's a thicker foundation. So this is the finish of the foundation. I do think it's a little bit cakey and it has caught in places, but I think it may also be kind of my fault because I did put a lot of product on, so it has to kind of go somewhere. But I don't know, I'm not the best at putting on foundation anyway, and I kind of put it on to what it looks like from afar rather than what it looks like close up. But then I didn't put a primer on with this, I just washed my face and put moisturiser on, so it might also be that as well. I have the Camouflage Matte Concealer here. This is in the shade 10 Light Rose. And I'm just going to blend it out with my beauty blender. This is a concealer that I do usually use every day. I do find it to have quite a good coverage and just it sort of lightens that area as well, and it is a good shade match for my skin again. So that one is the 10 Light Rose. Now I'm just going to go in with the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take that all over my skin. Just starting at the eyes to set that concealer. So far it doesn't look like there's too much of like oxidization happening in the makeup, which is good. It has kind of stayed true to the colour that it is when it went on, but it's not too much of a full coverage one. As you can still see, I have like imperfections coming through and it's not that full coverage, but it is a good everyday coverage foundation if this is something you were looking for. Then I'm just going to go in with the Mosaic Compact Powder. This is in 01 Sun Kissed Beauty, and I got it because it looks quite sparkly. And almost as a bronzer, I haven't really got too many bronzers which have got sparkle and they're usually quite matte. So I wanted to give this one a go, and the thing is just something different to what I usually have in my makeup bag. One thing I have noticed about the powders as well, they are quite like loose already in the compact. I know I am using a bigger, fluffier brush, so it might bring up more product that way, but I have noticed it is kind of like loose in the compact there. However, it is giving a nice like buildable amount of makeup. So the next item I'm going to go in with is the eyebrow stylist set. It did have stencils in there too, but I kind of took them out and got rid of them because where the pack opens like this and you have to get the tray out fully to use the product, the stencils were coming out too, and where I kind of want to use this on the go and have it in my makeup bag, in my handbag, I just kind of wanted to keep it so it was ready and easy to use without having to fall out everywhere like on the bus or something. So the top just comes off like this, and then the plastic tray just comes out here too. Has got a little brush in there which is quite handy for on the go, and then two shades. Not too sure what colour I got. I think it was like a medium in between one because I do like my brows quite dark sometimes, but this shade here does work well for me. And just using a little brush, I'm just going to go in and fill in my eyebrows. This is a product that I did already have, I needed a brow product in a powder, once again because it was easy to use, I think, and easy just to fill in without having to give too much effort to it or preciseness to it, just to have like a darkness on the brows to make it look kind of a bit more like you put yourself together. The only thing I would say is maybe with the packaging, for it not to be like this, maybe for it to be in a case that just opens up so it's easier to use, because otherwise you do have to get the whole thing out to be able to use it, which is alright, and sometimes it is alright on the go-to, but if you just want it for like convenience for it to open up and use it quickly. And there also isn't a mirror in this set either. So next I'm just going to go with this Essence eyeshadow palette. I have used an eyeshadow palette from them before a few years back, but it was a bit more of like an easy sort of compact one, so not with this packaging. So this is the Good Day Sydney eyeshadow palette. And it says a selection of 9 highly pigmented eyeshadows reflecting the colours of the ocean and the rocks, including intense metallic shades with a high finish. Okay, so these are the colours in the eyeshadow palette. There are a few metallics there and also a few matte shades, so let's see what we're going to do with this today. There's quite a few nude shades, maybe like 1, 2, 3 of the kind of nude shades, which you can use as the base of the transition shades. And then we've got more of a coppery colour, a dark brown, and then the metallic ones here as well, which is like a colours of the sea. So I have just swatched the shades here, not really well mind you, but they almost seem creamy but loose powder at the same time. Like when I was taking it just with my finger and then putting on, it seemed like a lot of product actually came out of the pan and then onto my skin, almost like clumping up in a way, so kind of creamy but kind of powdery. But I'll just see how they apply with a brush in a minute there as well. I'm just going to go in with like the third. And look how much fallout has come from that as well. Just in this one here, you see how much fallout has come out of that. So you just have to be aware that you are going to have to tap your brush off, because a lot of product is probably going to come off. I'm not saying this is a good or bad indicator of how well an eyeshadow is going to work on your face, but a lot of the more expensive brands or luxury brands, they don't fall out so much, but it might just be a way of how the powder is packed. Just going to go put this colour all over the lid. So next I'm just going to go in with this coppery toned one here. So I'm just tapping off the excess, so hopefully too much of it doesn't fall down onto my face. And then I'm just blending most of this colour in the corner and then up into the crease as well. Just going with a very slight bit of that dark brown into the corner there as well. Now I can't really decide which of the metallic shades to go in with. I do have to keep it more like the coppery colour, whichever end it is. Yeah, we'll have to keep it more of the coppery colour, whether to go for some of the blues as well there. I feel like I might ruin it if I go with some of the blues, so I think I'm going to go in with this coppery colour. I'm just going to use the brush for now, and then I might have to use my finger to pick up the colour in a minute. That's definitely a much better pickup of the colour and the pigment of the foil as well. Just going to go with the tan and the brown again, just to kind of make sure everything is blended together. Okay, so I think it's going to be the finished look for my eyeshadow. There are a few more metallic colours in there which I could use, but I think I'm going to stick with it like this now, because I always tend to ruin my eyeshadow somehow. I have picked up the Essence eyeliner, the Superfine eyeliner pen in waterproof. This is what the tip of it looks like. It's like a felt tip end, but it does come into a nice fine point. It is easy enough to use, and it has given me a nice thin precise point for the flick. but it was a little bit hard to then use the rest of that to fill in the rest of your line. Okay, so now I've just made it a bit thicker. Let's see if we can get a similar standard on the other eye, which is always difficult because you could never get them to match anyway, but here we go. I did mess up slightly on this one, like underneath the wing closest to the outside corner of the eye is a bit smudgy, it's about up too far, but I think we're just going to leave it because hopefully it will just kind of, you know, hide in the shadows. The eyeliner was easy enough to use. It's kind of, it's got a nice thin point on the end, so it's easy enough to get into that nice long wing if you wanted to make one, but it is then kind of hard to fill in the rest of your eyeliner with it. Especially when it gets closer to the lid, it's almost like the end of the brush doesn't hold enough product for you to put it really in and fit it all in towards the lashes. But at the same time, you don't want too much because then it'd be messy when you're trying to do a really precise line. So I do think it's good for the wing, but maybe for the rest of the eye, you could maybe use a different eyeliner. So next is a product that I'm most excited to try. It is the Lash Princess mascara. I've seen a lot of really good reviews online for this, and I'd looked a few places and they were kind of sold out, and they had sold out in lots of other places too. So I thought when I finally get my hands of it, I can get it, and that's kind of the basis of why I wanted to do this video, is to test out this mascara. Then I kind of thought, why not test out a few other bits as well? I have tried other products in the past, just kind of like a regular sort of mascara brush really. I tend to coat both the top and bottom of my lashes, so kind of going with the bottom ones for a little bit so they're coated, and then just push back down onto the lashes on top like this, just so they're kind of all covered. I think it makes them look thicker and extra black as well. I have then already got mascara everywhere too. It's not necessarily a wet product, but I do find that a lot of the time when you first get a new mascara, it is extra messy in places. And it has also got on my lower lashes, but that is from me doing the top ones like that. And I'm just going to blend it out and pretend that I'm meant to do that. Let's like wiggle it at the root of the lash as well to get a lot of product down there, because of the same thing as well with the eyeliner. And you don't put enough mascara on eyeliner, you do sometimes end up with like a line between your lashes of like where it's got no makeup on. Once again, I don't know if it's me today, whether it's the actual mascara, it being quite a wet formula, but it is everywhere again. And I did blink as well, so it's not actually as dramatic results as a lot of people have been saying they've had with the lashes. I know I've got that thick layer of eyeliner underneath, but it just looks like a normal kind of result I would get with many sort of mascaras. Just slightly less messier. I think we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on this lower lash line as well, just so it evens it up with the other side. So it is quite, I don't know whether you'd say clumpy, but in a good way. It kind of clumps the lashes together without it being like clumps of product in there. And it has really separated my bottom lashes as well, though I didn't really mean for it to get down there, and then I did it on purpose. But yeah. I know it's very messy, but then again it could also be first time using it. I do find that with a lot of mascaras as well. First time opening up the tube, first time using it, it's very thick and like a lot of product on there, so it does tend to go everywhere. Once you've used it for a while, the product dries out a bit and you get a bit more of the actual look of what the mascara is doing, because it can grab your lashes more as well. I might just go in, once this is dried a bit more, go in with a bit more eyeshadow under the bottom eyelash, just so it makes it more of a pulled together look. I have got a lip liner here. It's the Soft Contouring Lip Liner. That is in the shade 6, Under My Skin. It is a slightly darker shade than my lipstick I have got, but I kind of want that in a lip liner. Just going to go ahead and line the outside of my lips. It's just a typical pencil lip liner really. It doesn't give too much of a colour payoff, and I know at first it was blunt and I have then gone and sharpened it, but it's not And I know I've got foundation on my lips, but it's a bit wishy-washy at the moment. Let's just go with the lipstick. This lipstick is the Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade 02. I did originally pick it up because it's meant to be a dupe for Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. But when comparing the two colours together, this is a lot more pink, and I don't know why people said it was a dupe at all. Like, it is very pink. Like, Charlotte Tilbury is a lot more nude. And although it does say it's a velvet matte, it is quite shiny still. I'm going to give it a little bit to see if it like dries down. But otherwise it is kind of shiny. I'm just going to go back in quickly with a little tiny bit of that original nude copper shade and just put it underneath. I'm just flattening out my brush slightly as well. Okay, so this is a finished look. The foundation is a little cakey and does sit in my pores a little bit. It is a thicker foundation that I'm used to using. It's a mousse foundation, so I definitely put too much on my face for that. But at the same time, me putting so much on my face, it hasn't actually given that much coverage. Otherwise, it is a matte foundation as well, so I think maybe that's why it's done that, to kind of definitely stay matte. I was thinking that earlier my forehead was feeling quite dry as well, like after I put the foundation and the powder on. So it does feel like it is quite mattifying, which is good, which is something that if you're looking for a mattifying foundation with not too much coverage, but like enough, and so it's light and airy, but also being quite drying and matte at the same time, and this kind of feels like the right sort of product for you, maybe. The eyeshadows were okay. Obviously, I didn't try all the shades on there, and I'm not the best at doing my eyeshadow anyway, I'm just going to put that out there, but it almost looks like I've just got one tone of eyeshadow on my eye when I put a few colours on. And that metallic shade just looks a little bit sparkly because it says intense metallic shades with a high shine finish, and it just looks a bit sparkly to me, not really too much. But then again, you would test this out, kind of maybe test it out in the shop or see if you liked it for yourself, and maybe you don't want a really impacting metallic shade on your eyes, you kind of want to keep it neutral or just nice and pretty and everything, then that's good for this. The lip liner was once again just an average lip liner, I'd say, and the lipstick is a little bit more shiny than what I'd say a Velvet Matte would probably be. The mascara was a little bit messy, but I expect that from a lot of new mascara products anyway. I didn't really think it did that much like dramatic changing to my eyelashes. This is what I've seen in a lot of the photos and everyone's been raving about it, but it was only £3.30 I believe. This is pretty good results for a £3.30 mascara. Thank you for watching my video today. I did really enjoy playing around with makeup and having a test of some new products, and I'm kind of looking to kind of do some more of this other stuff in the future as well. I don't really post too much, but I'm going to try and keep a bit more like posting, just because I actually really enjoy it as well, and I really enjoy the whole editing process of it and having a finished complete video that I have made, and it's all my own opinion on there as well, and I really like doing that. So thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.